Good morning, everyone. Trevortheaviator here, and today I am very excited about what is in store for today. So, there are actually two flights that I am going to be on today, which will be from here in Chicago to Newark, and then later I'm going to be heading from Newark to Copenhagen. But this video will cover the first flight, which is Chicago to New York. So with that happening, I am currently finishing up packing at the moment. And with that, very shortly, I will be leaving to go to Chicago O'Hare, where for this morning's flight, I will be flying for the first time on the United Airlines 757-200 to Newark. I have been on the 300s before for United, and I've also been on the 757-200 numerous times for Delta in the past, but this is my first time flying on the 757-200 for United. So in a few short moments, I'm gonna head my way to the airport, and I will see you guys when I end up arriving at Chicago O'Hare. Well, so I have officially made my way through security, and I'll say that was probably the fastest that it has ever been here at Chicago. So literally got into the line, not even 5 minutes later, and I was already at the security checkpoint from the line. So it was literally a breeze, and also on top of that, I did not have to take anything out, which I thought I would have needed to take out, like some of my electronic stuff or something like that, but no, I mean, and it was just a very smooth transition. So I guess now with that, I guess I have quite a bit of time in that before my flight departs. So I'll do some exploring around the airport, do a little bit of plane spotting, and then get ready for the flight in a little bit. So, while I was in this terminal, I decided to do a little bit of exploring around. And also as well decided to do a little bit of plane spotting as well while being in the terminal waiting for my flight. One thing I will mention, if any of you guys go to the University of Iowa, shout out to Iowa, the day that this was recorded was actually the same day that the Iowa men and women's track and field team was departing to Boston to compete in nationals. And I ended up talking with two of the assistant coaches as we were in the same area. So shout out to the University of Iowa. After I had a chat with them, I ended up exploring a little bit more around the terminal and also grabbed a quick bite to eat before coming back, where for this morning's flight, I will be located at gate B14, in which very shortly we will be boarding on the United 757-200 for an hour-and-a-half flight to Newark International Airport. with taking off from Chicago O'Hare for this morning's flight, it was a very smooth takeoff and we began to head our way towards Lake Michigan. And with that, it was nothing but sunny skies flying over the Chicago area, and it was a beautiful day to go flying. Unfortunately though, that would not really last real long, as it was only like this until we ended up getting into the state of Michigan, as on the other side of the lake, it started to become more and more cloudier as we headed our way further east. So with that, I took advantage of looking out of the window when I could. So once it ended up starting to get cloudier over the air was when I decided to see what it was like inside of the aircraft. And I will say this was actually a pretty nice aircraft and better than what I expected. As far as my seat goes for today, I was pretty impressed with the seat that I was in and was surprisingly pretty comfortable for a United Airlines flight. It was better than what I originally anticipated. I also as well took a look at the safety manual to see what was in the pocket underneath the seats. As far as the in-flight entertainment screen goes, I scrolled through to see what movies and shows there were that were on this TV screen, and for United Airlines, it actually offered a pretty solid variety. I was surprised by how much there was. It could have been a little bit more, but it was not bad given the selection that they had. A little bit later on, I decided to play one of the games on the screen where I bounced some balls to try and get a really good score. I did pretty good on this game, if you guys are wondering. Not long after was when the food and drink came, where for this afternoon's flight, I had a bag of pretzels followed by a cup of orange juice. This is pretty standard for the most part when you guys take a United Airlines flight within the United States, and I enjoyed this while I was continuing to look out of the window. Unfortunately, it was starting to get a lot cloudier and also some rain was around as well. But as we are near the end of this flight, I am going to sit back and relax as it is time for our descent into Newark Liberty International Airport.
You're the one I'm calling. You're my escape from my darkest days. And when the sun is shining, you know we out here riding, chasing the horizon with you. I don't need to look no further. You are the one I'm certain, only one that I'll be holding. When you're loving me, it goes like look no further, look no further.
Unfortunately, in New York, there was a big storm that hit when our flight arrived in the afternoon, but fortunately, we were not like the flight that was 2 hours behind us where they had over a 6 hour delay. So luckily we got into New York before it got worse when it came to the weather. But as for this flight though, I was overall quite impressed actually, as for an older aircraft, it was really modern still inside. And I found out that they modernized the inside of the aircraft not too long before I took this flight. It was a lot better than when I took the 757-300 in the past, but that was over 2 years ago now at this point. But it is what it is when it comes to that. I will have to take another flight on the 300 at some point. But the reason that I am actually here in Newark is because I am going to be taking another flight on the Scandinavian Airlines Airbus A350, where I am going to be headed back to the European continent. But in the meantime, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and thank you very much for watching. And if you guys are interested in watching some more of my videos, then feel free to like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know what you guys think of my content. Until then, this is Trevor the Aviator from Newark Liberty International Airport, where I will see you guys on the Scandinavian Airlines A350 in the next video.